Everything shaped my life. All the ups, all the downs, all the highs, all the lows. It taught me a whole lot. It taught me how to overcome, how to be strong, how to be mentally strong, because those are two different.
You can learn from anybody. When you close off your mind to learn from people, then I believe that you have created a wall of like intelligence.
See truth, hear truth, speak truth, truthfully contagious.
Yo, bro. What's good, baby?
We're here, bro. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Truthfully Contagious.
Welcome to Truthfully Contagious.
This is our official launch. Official, all the issues, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we are here, bro.
Yeah, we made it. Thank you, mama.
Mama, I made it.
Mama.
Nah, but, yo.
Big vision.
Nah, big vision. Took us a little bit to finally get here. Now we're here, so I don't know about you, but I had an idea for a podcast for about a year and a half, 2 years now.
Yeah, I think mine's was a little longer.
Yeah, mine might have been like 3 or 4.
Yeah, nah, real talk. Mine's was about that long. And like we spoke behind the scenes, like it was just a matter of the start. But once you put all those letters together, we made it happen in a small amount of time, which is great. So that's dope.
Nah, facts. I think it's been about a month.
Yeah.
Since September 16th, bro.
As of yesterday. Was our official 1 month anniversary.
My boy a month ago hit me up in a text. He texted me and said, yo, you want to start a podcast? And I think where I am in life, just kind of getting out of my default, sometimes as men or just as people, is to go against progressing.
Yeah.
Unless you're already a progressive person. For me, I'm a little lazy sometimes. I'm a little bit of a contemplator.
Yep.
I think about things a little bit too much. And I think for me, bro, I just sat on an idea for so long. And I think I needed you, bro, to really push me. And I think you needed me because we're just two dudes, man, that I think just kind of sat on something that really has the potential to blow up.
Absolutely.
But, I was sitting in the car, bro, and I remember getting the text, and it was a random, like, dude didn't even say what's good. Like, it was just, yo. I was like, yo, what's good?
Let's start a podcast.
Yeah, let's start a podcast. And from there, I think we jumped on the phone and was just like, boom, like, everything took over.
Yep.
So, yo, thank you, bro.
No, thank you, bro. Like, a man without vision, he'll perish.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that me actually hearing you say that you wanted to start a podcast and me knowing in my heart of hearts that I also wanted to start a podcast, it just made sense to me. This dude we would be a great duo to do a podcast. So then I shout out to you, shout the idea to you, because either way I was going to do one.
100%.
And either way 100%. You was going to do one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when 1 and 2 agree.
Yeah, he's in the midst.
Yeah, so hey, I'm thinking that was a good call. And thus far, it's meshed. It's been flawless. It flows.
Yeah, that's a good word, bro.
You know what I mean? It was just natural. What would you say that Truthfully Contagious is?
To me, I think Truthfully Contagious is taking the truth and just allowing it to spread in all positivity of the word, like a disease. Mm-hmm. I want it to be where somebody catches the truth and then gives it to somebody, and then they run with it, right? Sort of like if you watch the Olympics, you know, when they're running with the torch, and then they pass it, and the fire goes from one person, then they run a certain amount, then they give it to somebody, and that Olympic torch goes from, I don't know how far they run. We could Google that. That's a Googleable thing. Actually, maybe we could pull that up. That's a Google fact. But how far that goes, and then they continue to pass it until it finally hits the main torch. And then it's just like, and that thing burns for the entirety of the Olympics. And so going a little step after that, right, is taking that and spreading it, but not just allowing it to sit for a certain period of time. It keeps going. So to me, that's kind of the vision I had for Truthfully Contagious. What about yourself, bro?
You know, it's interesting because when we came up with the name, one of the things that came to me was the mantle continues, and that kind of aligns with the torch passing and keeping the dream alive.
Yeah.
So yes, for me, I believe that Truthfully Contagious is something that it's all in the name, and you guys ain't gonna get it all at one time.
Yeah.
Trust me.
100%.
But
100%.
throughout our entire podcast, all the episodes that we have, all the series that we have planned, you're gonna understand what we mean when we say that this is Truthfully Contagious, because it's in the name. It's all truth that we're gonna be speaking on, and we want it again to be contagious. My boy D right here, he said like wildfire, like we wanted to catch, like if it was like an actual wildfire. You see the one little thing that the spark came from the sky, hit the ground, and then it just caught fire, and it just went. And that's what we want the truth to be to the ears of our listeners.
John and I just really fell in love with the name Truthfully Contagious and the idea of it. It was more so probably the idea, more so than the name.
Yeah.
When we thought of the two words, right? Just how do you put contagious with truthfully, right? When you think about it, you'll think, oh, that's negative.
Yeah, completely.
You know what I mean?
Completely outside
those
the
two
box.
words shouldn't go together, right?
Yeah.
But I think for us, man, we really fell in love with the idea that truth, right? And just so you guys know, man, John and I, we're believers in the faith. We love Jesus Christ. And so we believe that he is the truth, the way, and the life, and that no man can come to him to the Father unless they go through him. And so that was a lot of the idea behind Truthfully Contagious, spreading the truth of Jesus Christ. But whether you're, knee deep in Jesus, or you're just kind of on the sand, or maybe you're in the water, but you're in the shallow end, you're welcome here. This is a podcast where we just want to spread the truth. And the truth is that Jesus loves you. Jesus died for you. And there's room for you in the place that he went to go prepare for each and every one of us.
There's room for you at the table.
There's room for you at the table, at the cross, in heaven. You got a mansion with your name on it. And
You have a seat here.
for sure. So
And that's one of the big things that we want to definitely make sure that all of our viewers and listeners understand. I was actually doing some studying earlier, and I mean the one thing that I've been even talking to my youth at my congregation is that no one arrived.
100%.
No one arrived.
100%.
So it doesn't matter if you're a sinner, honestly, because no one arrived, and God came for the sinner. Like he specified that in the scriptures that he didn't come for the 99, but that one, that's who he's chasing. And you can easily be that one. I can easily be that one. We all can easily be that one at some given point in time.
And we were the one.
Definitely was the one.
Once at some time, you know what I mean?
And it's just a matter of us understanding that no one has ever arrived. So there's nothing that you can ever. Romans 8. Romans 8. I believe it's Romans 8. Don't quote me, but
That's Google.
it's one of it's one of my go-to scriptures. Because in that it tells you that there's nothing that you could do that can take you away from the love of God. And that's a big deal for me, because it's just like, wow. You know what I mean? There's different things that I can do now. We ain't telling you to go out here and just be sinning every day. That's there's no
100%.
fruit in that. But what we are saying is that you can never go too far where God can't meet you and bring you back. So that's the overall. We're gonna go into all the in-depth things right now. We're not trying to preach to you.
No, because we could we could stay there, but just to kind of piggyback real quick before we get back into these questions, man. It says he's married to the backslider.
Yep.
And so, like you said, man, we can never get too far. You could never outrun God. You know what I mean? So even if you think I've strayed away, or he's not going to hear me, or you may be an atheist and stumble upon this podcast. I just want to tell you that Jesus loves you, and you may think I'm knee deep in witchcraft or whatever it is, he can pull you out.
Absolutely.
He can redeem you. He can wash you. There's no soul on planet Earth right now living that he can't reach and that he can't redeem. So you're redeemable.
I mean, in the scriptures, that say that all men have fallen short from the grace of God. So,
Yes.
I mean, these are just things to, and we're gonna,
get into it.
We're gonna
for
give you
sure.
nuggets
Yeah,
here and
yeah,
there
yeah, for
overall,
sure.
but that's just one of the scriptures that I run with, because we all have fallen short. Again, so it just pretty much validates the fact that I just said no one arrived, because you can't arrive until God either comes and cracks the sky or he takes you home on his own. And between those two, you haven't arrived. so
Yeah, my bad. No, dude.
Yeah, so either way, to sum it all up, we all fall short.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah,
here
for sure.
to bring truth, and hopefully that is contagious.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you who is this podcast for, but
This podcast is for everybody.
Everybody.
Literally everybody. A lot of details and all of the stuff went into the name and into the logo and into the thought behind it. And we didn't want it to be for one genre, for one
yeah,
ethnicity,
one specific people,
because
yeah.
we're not. We got friends and acquaintances and comrades and all of that, all across the
comrades is crazy.
Yeah, hey, listen, everywhere. You know what I mean? Everybody is a friend of God. Like, he don't have no respect of person. We can get into that too at some particular point, but that just go to say that we're not. It's not for anyone. It's for everyone. So we want you to join in because you are important.
Facts. Yeah, I do have a question for you though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
Big vision.
So, big vision, 100%. Who has been a big influence on your spiritual journey? It could be 1, it could be 3, 5. You look like you got a lot of
I do.
people in your life.
I do, because every area of life required.
Come on,
a new
you
season.
preaching now. Yeah, you preaching now.
It's funny because what I was thinking about, and I was doing my some that I want to get into at some particular point in time, but it was something that came to my mind and I wrote it down.
Yeah.
And it says being seasoned in season does not mean it's not seasonal.
You say that again?
Being seasoned
Season, got it.
in season
Uh-huh.
does not mean it's not seasonal. Now, there's a lot. You can unpack that, but when it came to mind, I was like, wow, because it goes way deep. So we're going to move away from that. But the point was, in each season came an individual that impacted me in my walk with God. And it could have been a negative impact. It could have been a positive impact. Either way, the impact is impactful because there's a lesson in everything, right? So once we understand that, then there is nothing we don't go through on a positive or the negative that we won't pull a lesson out of. I put a lesson out of everything. To answer the question, I have my pop, I have my
100%.
mom, I have my wife. Even a portion of it is to my kids, and they don't even know. Because as me being the head of my household, I have to walk in the light.
That's really good.
Beautiful light.
No,
but I
that's
have
really
to
good.
do that because they're watching me.
100%.
And I am accountable for them right now until they hit that area, that age of accountability, I believe is what it's called. But until they hit that, I'm responsible for them. So they made me want to exemplify Christ, which is beautiful, because it then again holds me accountable. It holds me accountable. Being a husband holds me accountable. Being a son holds me accountable. Being a friend holds me accountable, because I want everyone to see God working in me, because I am not perfect. I'll let you right now. You may jump in the comment. I am not perfect at all, but the goal is to pursue perfection.
That's good.
We will never get there
That's good.
because no man is perfect. Like in the scriptures, it says no man is good. We'll get there too deep, but we're
I
not.
told you, my boy preaching.
I'm not perfect.
he's
You know what I
preaching.
mean? So I'm
He's
just being honest, and I don't expect anybody to say that they are perfect because there is no perfect person. And with that said, I inspire to be my best self and be the better me than I was the day before. And everyone who holds me accountable in my faith is what makes me be who I am in Christ. Concluded.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I'm trying out here, man. Indeed. So I got a question for you. What do you hope to get out of the conversations and the encounters with others that we may bring on, like guests, that we will have on this podcast? What do you hope to get out of it?
I hope to receive the same way that we're going to be, I would say, handing out, right? Again,
That's good.
Nobody's arrived, as you've stated, we've stated earlier. There's some things that I could do better at. There's some things I can learn. And I teach my kids this, and I teach other people this. You can learn from anybody.
Yep.
When you close off your mind to learn from people, then I believe that you have created a wall of like intelligence. Like it's pride.
Yep.
I was actually reading about pride today. So that's prideful. And we can get into pride, but I believe that becomes a level of pride. And so there's some things that my son, who's 12 years old, has literally like taught me. One day, bro, he was just telling me all about Arctic wolves. And in my head, I'm like, dude, I really don't care. But I wanted him to also...
Good thing you ain't say that to him.
No, 100%. I'd have destroyed him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there was two lessons. A lesson of my patience and my humility to listen to him, and the lesson that he was giving me on Arctic wolves. So now I would say I'm not a super subject matter expert, but I could tell you a little something about Arctic wolves.
Awesome.
So going back to your question, I hope to learn as much as I teach. I hope that the experience that you guys receive is one that you guys can take, apply. Maybe we don't teach you the whole lesson, but you can learn something. I just had a conversation with a guy. We were signing up for this Mighty Man Path we're doing at my church. Phenomenal. And the man goes, I said, hey, man, you going to stay and listen? And he's like, man, what are you guys going to teach me that I already don't do? And I looked at him and I said, you can always learn more. You can always learn more. Just because you're reading a book, or just because you have a level of accountability, or just because you're reading a psalm of the day, proverb of the day, doesn't mean that you've arrived. And I believe pride kind of gripped his heart when he said, what are you guys going to teach me that I already don't do? Not seeing the bigger picture that you can always learn more. The funny thing is, I seen him last week, and he looked at me and he said, Dennis, I'm so glad I joined. You know what I mean? Like I'm in it. And so he was like, you kind of sold me on it.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't have to sell anything. It was, you wanted it. When you heard it, you wanted it. And so I just hope to learn as much as I'm giving out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the experience that people get, I hope it's genuine.
Yep.
I hope it's maybe, like we said, people who may not be, who may just be touching the sand right now, that they get in the water and understand who Jesus is, and that they catch fire.
Yes.
And that to me would mean, all right, we're doing it.
That was awesome.
So
in scripture, where it states that iron sharpens iron, that's what we are hoping to do. Like, there's things called accountability partners. This podcast is one of them. It's a testament to that, right? Because I knew that you wanted to start one, and you knew that I wanted to start one.
yes, sir.
And we kind of just said to each other, like, listen, this is what we're going to do. And we held each other accountable. I believe
100%.
that is, included in what you're saying is that you want to learn too, and I believe that there's things that you're going to bring that I'm gonna learn, and there's things that I'm
100%.
gonna bring that you're going to learn, and we're going to be sharpening each other as
Absolutely.
we present this message out to the viewer, in which we hope accepts and believe and even question. If you question it, because I will question everything.
No,
if I don't
for sure.
understand it, trust me, you gotta answer some questions.
No, for sure.
Yeah, facts.
And we always say there's no such thing as a dumb question.
I mean, I don't believe that, but hey,
yeah.
but
I
hey,
didn't want to say.
listen, hey,
Hey.
not going to task. Listen, that's people do say that.
Yeah, people.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna let you know right now. I don't believe in that.
We're just gonna leave it at that one.
You
we
brought
got
it up.
yours.
We could talk about it. We could big vision.
No, we
talk
could.
about it.
Yo, big vision, bro. Big vision. Yo, so question time.
Yep.
When you look back, what were some defining moments that shaped who you are today? Got him.
Yeah, big vision.
Got
To
him.
be honest,
Got him. Let's go.
my whole life,
Yeah, come on.
I literally, bro, I
Well, we want to know who you are, man. So
walking testimony, and I believe that's me. I have way too many experiences, way too many. I couldn't even explain them all. Everything shaped my life. Everything shaped it. All the ups, all the downs, all the highs, all the lows. So all of those experiences shaped who I am as an individual. It taught me a whole lot. It taught me how to overcome, how to persevere, how to be strong, how to be mentally strong, because those are two different things.
yes, sir.
How to appreciate, because I didn't have everything out. Every experience found its way as a revolving circle until I stopped, turned around, let everything smack me in the face, dealt with the issue at hand, and learned my lesson. Because that's the only way that I was able to hit level 2, hit level 3. We're all going to go through hardship.
Yeah.
There's
for
no
sure.
way, God came to this earth and he experienced probably the worst of hardships that any human being can.
And he didn't commit no sin.
And no sin. Now on top of that, you know what I mean? There was no, I'm pretty sure it was mental health back in there, but they just didn't label it mental health.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of different things that was happening, and he stayed the course. He stayed, and I just been striving to potentially be that. Have I fallen? I've fallen plenty of times.
Yeah.
Fallen, face first. But it's the get up. It's the get up. You know what I mean? And there's always a storm, and it's a season.
Yeah.
But on the other side of this season, sunshine, blessings, favor, and you just have to get there. You got to persevere. That's that push.
Yeah.
It says pray until something happens.
Yes.
That's what you gotta do.
gotta keep-
So I got a question for you, bro.
Let's go.
What does it mean to have the right person by your side to accomplish big vision?
Bro. I'm just going to start off by saying shout outs to my wife.
Beautiful. We gotta get that clap thing.
Yeah. Woo!
We gotta get that in there so that it could do that for us.
Dude, my wife is my best friend, my ride or die. It's God, my wife. And I get the luxury of walking with a strong woman. Who I am in the last year is not who I've been. And me and my wife been married for 7 years. Mm-hmm. And the man I am for her today is not the man she got 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I portrayed myself to be. In this last year, bro, I've really strived and really done a lot of me work. I got some men in my life. Shout outs to my pastor, my mentors, to really push me to the next level. But if it wasn't for my wife, who I walk hand in hand with, one, I wouldn't have been able to accept and be open to change. I remember watching The Forge, bro.
Yep.
And at this time, bro, I was gaming. I'm talking like Friday night, bro. I would game until like 2, 3 in the morning.
Sheesh.
Going to bed, dude. My wife would be like, "What time is it?" And I would lie sometimes, like one of those lies, like because I didn't want to hear her mouth,
Yeah.
like so
Yeah.
it'd be like, it's like 1:30. I fell asleep on the couch.
That's just,
You know what I mean? If it was late, I'd be like, babe, I fell asleep. Like,
I don't even know what
yeah, I
time
didn't
it
even know. You know what I mean? And bro, I can see the drain that me not living up to the potential that I had.
yeah.
You don't want a passive man or woman.
Mm-hmm.
You want somebody that's gonna push you and to be the best version of you.
Yeah.
So important, bro. If there's anything, and we're definitely got to get into marriage, bro.
Yeah. So we
100%,
plan to
bro.
get into marriage because we plan to go into
So
relationships.
important, bro.
So I
So
mean, we would
important.
definitely go more in depth in these things too, because that particular question I just asked him, he went on the
I
marriage.
definitely opened it up for sure. My
But
bad,
I mean
bro.
that same rule applies to friendships. That same
Yeah.
rule applies to any relationship. I mean, to have a business partner, whatever it is. Like
That's called foreshadowing.
right. To have that is a great thing to have. So that's great, bro. And we pray that God continues to do what He's always done and what only He could do in your relationship,
No,
you and
for
your
sure.
wife, you and your family, because we see it.
No, absolutely. We see it on you too.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and that's great, and that's what we want. You know what I mean, because
Yeah.
it says that it's by your fruit.
Yeah,
It's by your
100%,
fruit.
dude.
So you know what I mean.
100%.
So that's what we want. We want to produce good fruit, and that's the goal.
Listen, over this podcast, you guys are gonna experience. We're just going on a walk with you guys. We're not gonna run. We're not sprinting. We're going on a walk together. You're gonna get to know us. We're gonna get to know you guys.
Absolutely.
And what you can expect is, again, just what our name says, truthfully contagious.
Yeah.
We're spreading the truth. We want the truth to spread, to become a wildfire that you take it, you pass it, they take it, they pass it. And we're going to dive into some series. What you can expect just, for this month, for our next few episodes is we're going into a series called the Rooted series.
Yeah.
And we're gonna deep dive on rooted in relationships, rooted in Christ, and what we're gonna start out with is just being rooted in general. Like,
And real.
What is
Rooted
what
and
is
real.
what is rooted? You know what I mean? What is rooted? Authentic. You know what I mean? And so the title of our going into our series is the Rooted series, and our first episode is going to be Rooted and Real.
Yeah, people, just podcasts that I watch, honestly.
Yeah,
there's
100%.
a lot of great people out here spitting a lot of real truth, a lot of biblical sound doctrine, and that's what we want. That's what we enjoy. That's what we want to exemplify. And the goal is to, there's some, I don't even know what to call this, but earlier in the episode, I said the mantle continues. But
good.
when he was concluding his
Excerpt.
on Truthfully Contagious, right? Thank you for doing that. The reigniting of flame, something I wrote down, is something that we're trying to do, or the return of the fire. And these things came to me and I wrote it down, and we didn't even use it for anything, but it's good to just like insert it in there because that's the goal, right? Like at some point the fire dimmed, it died.
That's good, bro.
Something happened in your life and you questioned God, or you turned around and didn't follow him anymore. And then you found that there was a bunch of hardship or a bunch of turmoil. There was no blessings, there was no favor, and you questioned, and you got even more mad, and you're like, this, all of this keeps happening. I know I turned away, but it's because of this. So certain podcasts, certain churches, certain sermons that you would listen to, we hope that it reignites that fire within you, that it turns you up. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to turn you up. So now that you reignite the fire has returned, and now the mantle continues.
See truth, hear truth, speak truth, truthfully